Coming up on the Sports Desk, the boys over at Bishop continue to run and gun, but have a tough opponent in the state Open Division semis with Orange County power Mater Dei. Plus, softball season is in full swing. Find out if a Torrance team was able to capture another Torrance National Tournament crown. Meanwhile, one of the NBA's greatest players of all time came to the South Bay. Find out what he was up to. And as always, we'll get you all caught up on scores, highlights, and updates on Torrance's prep and Juco sports scene. The Sports Desk starts right now. How's it going, Torrance? Welcome to another week here on the Sports Desk. I'm your host, Collin Kushner. Remember, hit me up on Twitter. That's at Collin Kushner, using the hashtag #TheSportsDesk and, of course, hashtag #BoomSauce. We are down to just one. It's been one heck of a year for the girls' basketball programs here in Torrance. 4 out of the 5 programs grabbed Southern Section titles and made it all the way to state regional play. But the field has been cut to one. The North Saxons having an incredible run, a perfect 10-0 record in league, check. A Division III Southern Section title, check. And a victory in the CIF State Regional Semis, well, not a check just yet. North draws a familiar face against the El Dorado Golden Hawks. Remember that OT thriller from the Southern Section title? Yeah, that was against Eldo. North beating teams by double-digit margins in the playoffs, except for the Golden Hawks, who they took down by just a point. Let's pick it up. In the first, Brittany McPherson hits the 3. North down by 3 early. Second quarter, North still down. Matali gonna give it to Takata, who hits the 3-pointer. North now cuts the deficit to 1. Later in the second, Oshiro for 3, bricks it at the end of the half. No good. The Saxons down 26-23 at the end of the first. Third quarter, North with a short-lived lead. The Golden Hawks up 35-32. Matali takes it all the way to the hole. She'd have 12 points in this one. Fourth quarter, under 4 to play. McPherson drives and finishes. We're all tied up at 42. And later in the fourth, Eldo regains the lead. North would miss key shots. McPherson misses the 3, and a few plays later, Riley Kamiyama bricks the 3. Eldo hangs on to win 51-45. So the Saxons finally fall. It's their first loss since February 7th, which was against Fairfax. Sheridan Matali leads the charge with 12 points, while Kylie Oshiro and Riley Kamiyama combined for 15 points. 3 Saxons finish up their careers in the blue and white. Kylie Oshiro, Caitlin Sirazawa, and Riley Kamiyama. Let's hear what Coach Kamiyama had to say about her team's season.
This year's been amazing. At the beginning of the year, if anybody asked me if I drew the script like this, the answer is no. But the group of girls we have is just amazing. I couldn't ask for better girls on the team to be able to coach, and I thought we did it together. I mean, everybody says basketball's a team sport, and truly for our team, it was a team sport. We relied on everybody from 1 to 15, and then from the playoffs to 18. And so as a coach, I'm truly proud of all the girls on the team. I appreciate what they've dedicated their time to this season, and hopefully now that the run is over, when things settle down, we have time to just cherish it together.
Switching gears over to boys basketball now, the Bishop Montgomery Knights were the only boys basketball team in Torrance to move past the first round of Southern Section play. That was a while ago now. They've been on cruise control since, averaging 68 points per game in the playoffs, and have won 23 straight. Bishop looking to make it 24 against Mater Dei, but they would have a tough test with Monarchs big man M.J. Cage. There's Jordan Shackle doing his Muhammad Ali impression. First quarter, Christian Oshida to Blake Miles for the easy lay-in. Bishop down by 2 to the second. Oshida's going to take it all the way in the sick reverse layup. That's going to go. No problem for him. He'd have 15 points in this one. Later in the second, Stephen Thompson Jr. drives in. M.J. Cage says, get out of here. He would be the difference maker for the Monarchs. Bishop down by 6 at the half. Fourth quarter, Bishop still down. Oshida drives in, gets the lay-in and the foul, but it wouldn't be enough. Your final, Bishop Mater Dei 65, Bishop 59. The Monarchs, too much for the Knights to handle. Mater Dei snaps Bishop's 23-game win streak and denies the Knights a chance for a second straight state title. Stephen Thompson Jr. has 15 points, and Christian Oshida and little bro Ethan combined for 27 of Bishop's 59 points. Coach Mitchell and co. end their season 31-2 overall. So Bishop's season comes to a close, and so does a chapter for 4 of their players. Stephen Thompson Jr., Bishop's all-time leading scorer, Christian Oshita, Blake Miles, and Austin Cole all wore Knights jerseys for the last time. Kiana Martin has that story for you.
An incredible finish to Bishop's boys basketball, finishing overall with 31 wins and just 2 losses. Their second loss of their entire season came in the CIF Southern Section State Regional Semifinals against Mater Dei, on the route to win their second straight state crown. But with every end of season, teams come together to celebrate their success, as well as their graduating seniors, who will be moving along in their collegiate careers. And here at Bishop, they're losing 4 of their great colleagues: Austin Cole, Blake Miles, Christian Oshita, and Stephen Thompson Jr.
It's scary to think this is the last game. It's a little sad, but we had a great run. We won 2 rings, so that's all I could ever ask for.
With 23 consecutive wins, the defending state champs leave behind a season of success, new broken records, and one of the best seasons in high school basketball. After 4 years, the Knights look back at their distinctive moments in their young basketball careers and already pride themselves on their last 4 record-breaking years.
It was just a great season. We get a banner, get another ring, so it's going to be very memorable. Great season.
Definitely winning CIF Open Division, all the best teams in Southern California, no matter what division, so a great accomplishment to beat all those great teams. I think it was our state ring. That was just a great feeling, something new we haven't done before, and then, we just won a CIF ring, so it was another great experience we had.
Although their season ended just a few games shorter than anticipated, their rings, banners, and new records are nothing worth overlooking.
Their legacy is not just wins and losses on the basketball court, but what just quality people they were. Great students, great athletes, great people, great leaders. They set a great standard for the young people in our program, and I'm going to miss them terribly, but they have no regrets looking back on what they've accomplished the last 4 years.
It was a great experience. Coach Mitchell really did a great job preparing me for the next level, and I really had a great time here, and I learned a lot, and it was a lot of success.
They say all good things must come to an end, but for these seniors, they anticipate their legacy and friendships to last a lifetime.
And it's just the camaraderie with the guys is just so much fun. Us 4 seniors, we're going to stay in touch forever. It's just a great team.
Less than 2 months away from their final farewell of their high school careers, these athletic standouts will be embarking on their future journey, but will always remember the footprints left behind at Bishop. From Bishop Montgomery, I'm Kiana Martin, reporting for the Sports Desk.
Thanks for that, Kiana. Staying on the topic of the Bishop Montgomery Knights, for head coach Doug Mitchell, he has had just a little bit of success as the head coach of Bishop. Since he took over the program back in 1989, he has led the Knights to 16 league titles, 5 CIF championships, and 3 state titles, and took State Coach of the Year honors last year. Oh, and let's not forget about his 590 total wins. When we come back, we will take you to the softball diamond to see if one of the Torrance squads could capture the TNT title for the 2nd straight year. Stay right where you are.
Winston, just one more inning, Grandma.
Ever notice how many things today kids can do without actually moving? A whole lot of things their parents used to do the hard way. So many kids' activities today seem to leave out the activity part, which makes exercise even more important for children. In fact, new research tells us the best time to enhance bone development is during childhood and adolescence. And just getting children to walk an extra 35 minutes a day could spare them the pain of thinning bones later in life. Healthy bones come from healthy habits. Encourage your kids to get up, get out, and get moving.
Hello. Hey, Grandma, how about another grape soda?
A public service message on building strong bones for kids from the Pediatric Orthopedic Society of North America and the American Academy of Orthopedic Surgeons.
Welcome back, everybody. Hit me up on Twitter. That's at Collin Kushner using the hashtag #TheSportsDesk and, of course, hashtag #BoomSauce. Softball season is in full swing here in the South Bay, which means just one thing. The 4th annual Torrance National Tournament. 28 teams from the South Bay and beyond came out to Wilson Park for the annual tourney hosted by Torrance High School. It was a crazy few days, but what better than two Torrance teams in the semis? North took down Downey 5-0 in Game 1, Banning 7-6 in Game 2, and PV 8-2 in Game 3. While the Tartars also taking their first 3 games, 9-0 over the Peninsula Panthers, 4-1 over Woodrow Wilson, and 9-1 over Marina. Both teams on fire coming into the semis, averaging 10 runs per game, while the Tartars averaging just over 7 in the tourney coming into this one. The umps getting some sunshine. Bottom 3, 2 on, 2 out. North up 3-1. Abby Alexander smacks that, and she's going to crush that for the home run. North takes commanding 6-1 lead, getting some head pats. Bottom of the 4th, Desiree Moreno triples down the right field line, and she's going to round in. 1 run will score. North up 7-1. Top 6, Collin Kushner at the dish for the Tartars, and she's going to go. Bartender check. Christian goes yard. The Tartars cut the deficit to just 5. Top 7, last chance for the Tartars. Yoshioka at the dish, and she is going to ground out, and that's going to be your ball game. North goes on to win 7-2. So the Saxons advance to the TNT Finals for the second straight year, while the Tartars failed to reach the finals yet again. Torrance grabbing the consolation game winner, taking 3rd, while the Saxons reaching the finals again. North looking to capture their second TNT title against Agura. Bottom 2, Agura up 1-0. Abby Alexander smacks that, and she's going to double off the white picket fence. That's a ground rule double. Next batter, Alyssa Wing hits us down the third baseline, and Alexander is going to cruise all the way around and touch home plate. We're all tied up at 1 apiece. Same inning. Lexi Sargent triples to left. Wing's going to cruise around and score. North scores 4 runs in the inning to take a 4-1 lead. Top 3, same score. Garcia with the pitch. And DeFalco's going to take this yard. Boom sauce. 3-run shot. Agura ties us up at 4 apiece. Now, bottom of the 6th. North up 6-4. Sabajon doubles to right center. 1 run is going to come all the way around. The Saxons with a commanding 3-run lead. And top 7, North up 7-5. 2 on, 1 out. Madison Cossack skies this in center field. Sabajon takes this and all the way to the catcher. Plate to plate. Out. Game, set, done. North hangs on to win 7-5 over Agura. So the Saxons take their second straight TNT title in the 4 years of the tourney. North captures the crown twice and was a runner-up in the first 2 back in 2012. Let's hear what Coach Howard Miller and pitcher Veronica Garcia had to say about capturing back-to-back TNT championships.
It feels awesome. It was amazing winning it last year, and we put a little pressure on ourselves that, hey, we're the defending champs. Everybody's got to come through us to take it from us, and everybody just kind of rose to the occasion. So it's special. We have an 18-girl roster, and I mean everybody's got their job to do, whether it's pitcher in the circle or somebody leading the cheers in the dugout. Everybody pulls together. There's a lot of love on the team, and we feel team chemistry goes a long way.
It feels so good. I have to give all my props to my defense and our offense. It was all there, so they helped me a lot. Yeah, it was just a really great win. It just feels good. So
it just feels good. You heard it from the MVP herself, Veronica. Thanks so much and congratulations. So here's a little side-by-side comparison of the 2014 Saxons compared to the 2015 Saxons. North averaged just over 9 runs per game in 2014, while the 2015 Saxons averaged just under 7. In 2014, North scored 48 runs in 5 games, and in 2015, they scored 34. Last year's Saxons in the TNT tourney with more offensive output, but allowing more per game, while the 2015 Saxons giving up less. And staying on the diamond, the Torrance Tartars baseball team, losers of 2 straight, looking to right the ship against Narbonne. Torrance trying to avenge last year's loss to the Gauchos. There's J.D. Kruger getting ready. Bottom 5, 3-3. Kruger spanks this, and Jinjiro Okura, he's going to come all the way around and touch home plate. Torrance takes a 4-3 lead. Narbonne scores 2 runs in the top of the 6th. 5-4. Kruger again hits the sac fly. We're all knotted up at 5. Everyone pretty stoked. Kruger getting some love. Top 7, Narbonne's Isaiah Flowers going to check in, and the ump's going to eject him for taking too much time. He's not happy. The helmet goes, and some yelling, and the bat goes too. To extras we go. Top of the 11th, Jimmy Perez. It's a hard grounder that was misplayed, and 1 run is going to come all the way around for the Gauchos. Torrance loses a wild one, 6-5 in extra innings. Torrance loses again to Narbonne in another wild one. A couple of ejections and extras, but the Gauchos got some clutch help to take the victory. And against Santa Monica, the Tartars fall again. The Vikes get runs in the 2nd and 4th innings to take the 2-0 lead, but Torrance grabs 1 run in the 7th and comes up just short. That's Torrance's 4th straight loss as they fall to 2-6 overall. Meanwhile, out west, the Warriors coming off that El Segundo tourney crown with an extras win over the Peninsula Panthers, but against Saugus, the Warriors' 6-game win streak comes to an end, falling to the Centurion 5-3. Up north, the Saxons open up their seasons with 3 straight losses and have now won 2 straight. North keeps the good vibes rolling after that rough 0-3 start to the season. Against Lawndale, the Saxons score 8 runs in the first 2 innings to roll to a 9-2 victory over the Cardinals. From there, North shuts out Bishop Montgomery and Lawndale again, but Milliken reverses North's fortunes as North's 5-game win streak comes to a close. Meanwhile, down south, the Spartans having themselves a roller coaster-like start to the season. They lost their first game, won, then lost, won, then lost again, and have been looking for some consistency in the early goings of the season. The Spartans taking on the Bishop Montgomery Knights. South grabs 3 runs in the 3rd and 3 in the 5th to down the Knights 6-1, and in their next game, South takes 2 runs in the 1st and 7 in the 3rd to blow out Culver City 9-1. The Spartans riding their first win streak of the 2015 season. And rounding out your prep baseball news, the Bishop Montgomery Knights. Bishop, losers of 6 straight, looking to grab their 2nd win of the season against Cantwell Sacred Heart. At the end of the 4th, Bishop with a commanding 11-1 lead, but Cantwell Sacred Heart scores 3 in the 5th and 5 in the 6th to bring them within 2, but Bishop hangs on for the 11-9 victory. So, the Knights grab their 2nd win of 2015 and take their first league game, improving to 1-0 in league play. When we come back, we are going to take you back to the hardwood, except with a net and ball, to get you all caught up with the boys' prep volleyball scene.
This new mom is struggling to get the skates just right. Now she's holding on for dear life.
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of siblings in foster care will take you just as you are.
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Don't let salmonella get funky with your chicken. On average, 1 in 6 Americans will get a foodborne illness this year. So learn the right temperature to cook each type of meat. Keep your family safe at foodsafety.gov.
Welcome back, everybody. For the South Spartans, Pioneer League play has begun, meaning just one thing. Every game counts, and for South, their first Pioneer meet and greet was against Lusinger. South demolishes the Olympians 3-0. The Spartans grab their first win after back-to-back losses to West Ranch and Palos Verdes Peninsula. And rounding out your prep volleyball news, the Torrance Tartars taking care of business against Beverly Hills. Torrance grabs the first 2 sets, loses the 3rd, but rebounds in the 4th for their 2nd straight victory. Now, switching gears, in the boys' wrestling scene, plenty of wrestlers right here in Torrance were honored on the first team all-area squad. North Torrance's Jerome Aberod, West's Amir Alinigian, and Samir Jan, South's Jacob Sider, and Josh Lee all grabbed first team all-area wrestling honors. When we come back, we are going to tell you what one NBA great was doing right here in the South Bay. Stay right where you are.
See that cute little dog in the pet store window? Chances are it came from a puppy mill, a breeding facility that forces caged, neglected, and often sick dogs to churn out puppy after puppy to be sold for profit. Meanwhile, millions of wonderful, healthy pets end up in animal shelters. This leads to the killing of more than 9,000 by the end of today. But with one simple choice, you can help, just by deciding to adopt instead of purchase your next pet. Animal shelters are full of amazing pets looking for a home. When you adopt your new best friend, not only are you saving a life, you're taking a stand against puppy mills. Now imagine sharing the joy of adopting with your friends. Seeing the smart choice and impact you've made, they adopt their next pets and share with 5 of their friends who share with 5 more. Before long, thousands get involved. Pet stores stop selling dogs from puppy mills, and even more lives are saved. And with your help, we can save them all. Visit bestfriends.org to learn more.
Welcome back, everybody, to Juco Sports now. The El Camino men's volleyball team has won 4 straight, bringing their brooms out for 3 of those. Now, in a matchup against LA Pierce, Elko looking to make that 5 straight. Elko drops the first set, but comes out swinging in the final 3 to rally past LA Pierce. Casey Wood has 18 kills, Alan Saranana has 15 digs, and Chris Grebenow adds 48 assists. The Warriors grab their 5th straight win and improved to 13-1 overall and 6-1 in conference play. Meanwhile, over on the baseball diamond, the El Camino Warriors, losers of 6 straight, all those crucial conference games. They were swept by Long Beach City and then El Camino College Compton Center. So, I'm sure you remember the old saying, 3rd time's a charm. Well, that's exactly the case for Elko against Pasadena City College. In game number 1, Elko took a 4-3 lead into the top of the 9th, where they took over, adding 5 runs in the top half of the inning. Joseph Cortez goes 4 for 4 with 4 ribbies to lead the Warriors to the 9-3 dub. Now, in game number 2, more late-game heroics by the Warriors. Elko takes a 3-2 lead into the bottom of the 8th and adds 7 runs to cruise to a 10-2 victory. And drumroll, please. In the final game of the series, Pasadena and Elko knotted up at 3 apiece after 6. And in the top of the 7th, Elko adds 8 runs and doesn't look back. So the Warriors get their first conference series sweep and some big conference wins and improve to 13-9 overall and 3-6 in conference play. Meanwhile, the Lady Warriors' domination of the South Coast Conference continues. Elko takes a 10-2 victory over East LA College. Danielle Bonsi goes 4 for 4 with 4 ribbies, or with 2 RBI, while pitcher Reina Trejo pitches 6 strong innings, allowing 7 hits and 0 earned runs. And against Cerritos College, this game was just a little bit closer than the previous. But Reina Trejo's walk-off RBI single in the bottom of the 7th seals the victory and Elko's 5th straight win. Trejo goes 3 for 4 with 3 ribbies, and Marissa Padilla adds 2 hits and 2 RBI. The Lady Warriors improved to 19-6 overall, but the big statement is their 10-1 record in conference play. So we are now in the middle of the madness of March. Brackets haven't busted, and as much as it pains me to say, -2. Just so you can see, here you go, bracket gone. If you are participating in the Sports Desk Bracket Challenge, remember that the winning bracket will be featured right here on the show, along with a special prize at the end. So just for you viewers, here are my final 4 picks. Villanova, but they're out. But I still have Kentucky, Duke, and Wisco, who are all still in play. And of course, who I have winning it all, the Kentucky Wildcats. Now, staying on the topic of March Madness, this NBA great played his college ball at UCLA under legendary coach John Wooden, helping the Bruins capture 3 national championships. At the time, he went by his birth name, Lou Alcindor. He was the first overall pick by the Milwaukee Bucks in the 1969 draft, playing for the Bucks and the Lakers during the Showtime era. And how could we ever forget his patented skyhook shot, which is often considered basketball's most classic and lethal offensive move of all time. Any guesses?
That skyhook. It just you can just picture it. Every time you think of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, you just think of and putting it right in.
Now Wilkes takes it into Kareem. Kareem back in, swing in the lane, a 10-footer straight away is beautiful. What an extension.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was straight up one of the greatest NBA players to ever play the game of basketball. In 20 seasons in the league, he was an All-Star 19 times, won 6 NBA championships, and is the NBA's all-time leading scorer with over 38,000 points. Abdul-Jabbar was a part of one of the most exciting times in NBA history, playing in the Showtime era, alongside Magic Johnson and James Worthy.
Playing for a team that had so much depth like the Lakers did was a real pleasure. You don't always get a chance to work with people that can get the job done in every position, and we had depth, even people coming off the bench, so it was a real pleasure to work under those circumstances.
You see, Kareem's achievements go well beyond what he did on the court. Jabbar starred in TV shows and movies like the 1980s hit Airplane as co-pilot Roger Murdoch.
Wait a minute, I know you. You're Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. You play basketball for the Los Angeles Lakers.
I'm sorry, son, but you must have me confused with someone else.
And in 2012, Kareem became a cultural ambassador for the United States. But just when you think the 7'2" giant has done it all, well, there's more. He's also a New York Times best-selling author.
I always was an avid reader when I was a kid, and I was an English major while I was at UCLA, so it's more or less kind of ingrained that I would end up writing.
That's one of the things I think is really great when you find out that he's such a prolific writer, too. It's not just one or two, but he's done a number. And now he's got the novel series that he's doing. It shows the intelligence level that we have at UCLA, the good teaching that they have there, and then coming back to the community. I think that's really a great thing.
Kareem has books for adults like On the Shoulders of Giants, My Journey Through the Harlem Renaissance, and Black Profiles in Courage, a legacy of African-American achievement. But Abdul-Jabbar has also authored children's books.
The children's books are based loosely on my life, some of the things I went through when I was going through adolescence. Some of the things that every kid goes through and thinks that it's only happening to me and I'm, so unique, and you find out later on in life that everybody goes through those same processes, and, all the time you spend worrying if you were going to be a real human being or not, all that teenage angst, that's basically what it's about.
An NBA legend.
Worthy indeed. Give to Kareem. Here he comes. Slam dunk.
An actor, a coach, and an author. These are just a few of the many impacts Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has had in our community. His commitment to excellence academically and athletically is truly what makes him a legend.
It's into Kareem. Kareem swing left, right hand, 12-footer.
Just a funny note for you all. In order to be eye level with Kareem during our interview, I had to stand on a platform. All right, everybody, remember, I want to hear from you. Hit me up on Twitter with any cool pics and video, or feel free to give me a shout out if you just want to chat about sports. That's at Collin Kushner using the hashtag TheSportsDesk, and of course, hashtag BoomSauce. Thanks again to everyone who sent me pics this week. Starting it off, this is from at Alexis_Sargent. After North's second straight TNT crown, still haven't taken off my medal, and we received them like 2 hours ago. Hashtag BoomSauce. And at Abby Alexander saying, got to talk to my friend, hashtag BoomSauce. Who's that guy wearing that sweet Hawaiian shirt? And lastly, big thanks to at Desiree_Moreno saying, back-to-back champs, hashtag BoomSauce, and some nice picks to go along with that. A little something new for everyone each week here on the show. We will be featuring or offering up a little trivia since it is March Madness. Here's your first question. Which NCAA men's tournament team has 3 former Bishop Montgomery Knights? Is it A, Eastern Washington, B, Wofford, C, Iowa State, or D, VCU? Hit me up on Twitter or email or Facebook with your answers. All right, everybody, that's going to close the books on another week here on the Sports Desk. As always, we're available on Facebook. That's facebook.com/thesportsdesktv. Or if you'd like to email the show with any story ideas, it's thesportsdesk@torranceca.gov. Also, feel free to hit us up on Twitter with pics, video, or anything sports related here in the South Bay. That's at Collin Kushner using the hashtag TheSportsDesk and hashtag BoomSauce. We're also on Instagram, so that's the SportsDesk TV. And don't forget, if you just feel like saying hi, you can do that as well. Take it easy, Torrance. We'll catch you next time.